What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol SESN for Sesen Bio. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. Now, we did cover this one on Friday. Obviously, the elephant in the room was the massive move to the downside that occurred after some failed FDA approval, but what we were waiting to see was what was going to happen on Monday. Was there going to be a huge correction to this potential overreaction and or not? Were we going to move lower? Was this going to be a landslide to the downside? And we're left with some pretty important information, right? So looking at the 30-minute perspective, just to sort of gauge the actual intraday activity here, how was the selling? Was it intense? Was it a reprieve? Was there a huge bounce? And if we just expand this so you can see a bit better, it was pretty sustained selling, right? If you look at the activity, this is the 930 candle. We'll break out our Fibonacci's as we always do. Go from the high of the move to the low of that opening drive. Did we retrace back above the 38.2? I know you can't see the number there, but it's the first blue line, that 142. No, right? We never really got any price acceptance back up into that range there. So from there, what happened? Obviously, we broke down and made a new low. So let's see how we've closed according to that Fibonacci retracement, going from the high all the way to the low this time. So down here, how did we do with the 38.2? We never even made it there to 134. So all things considered, a pretty weak close here on SESN, given the fact and the backdrop that we had a huge overreaction move, or, well, obviously this is proving that it was not an overreaction, right? It was justified, and sellers are continuing to sort of unload a position if they had one. If you were long from anywhere up here, I would just sort of, I would have you question or start to think, do I really want to hold on to this thing? Just take the loss. It'll feel much better once you do it, and then maybe you can allocate that money elsewhere to start making it back instead of potentially having to hold on to this thing for a long time. That's if it even starts to come back up and trade into these areas that it was. Let's say it's above 350, right? That could take a very long time and or just never happen, right? So please consider, if you are long from up here, is your money best served elsewhere, right? That's the one question you should ask. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you where to put it. I can't tell you where to sell. I can't tell you where to buy. But if I were long from up here, I would have been out a long time ago. I would have been out at 9:30 this morning, regardless of where price was opening. That's simply my own feelings towards it. You might have your own, but that's simply, where I'll leave off today's video. If we move lower, remember we have potential support around 1 and or 66 cents. If that starts to go, again, I imagine this drifts lower and sideways into the oblivion, something like that, onward and forward forever. So those are my thoughts here on SESN. If you are long, I wish you the best, but you know my thoughts. So wrapping it up here, if you enjoyed the video, learned anything new, let me know in the comments section and or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.